how is he progressing?
He is progressing. Unfortunately, he has still some discomfort in his back, and we are trying to manage it in the best possible way. Unfortunately, he's not going to be fit for this game, and we are trying. He's trying to do everything he can to feel better and get him back training, but not yet.
Before then?
Yeah, I am very hopeful, and he is as well. Back injuries are a bit tricky, how they evolve with the load that you put as well in certain areas, but he's very positive about it. Medical staff are positive about it. Let's push it every day a little bit and see how he can cope with that and how the pain develops as well. And he's so obviously so willing to be back with the team.
We saw Thomas Parker. Which moment was it?
The moment of March.
Yeah. Moment, maybe?
Yeah, probably the goal of reason, that moment and that celebration, that hype that we all had in that moment. But I'm especially pleased with the consistency that the boys are showing every single day, you know, to the way they train, the way they behave, the way they are playing, to have that willingness and that hunger to keep winning and winning and winning.
Earlier this week was the most unified place that I've been.
I don't know. Probably it's the one that I was when I was 15 years old, and I was in Barcelona, and we had 13, 14, 15-year-old boys, and then some of them they've been incredible, successful football players. But we have to look after each other in a way, and it was not only in the dressing room because we lived together as well, and we all had our own issues, but as well our own hobbies and our way of being, and that was phenomenal. That was probably the biggest learning curve that I had in my career in football, to after try to take certain bits and experiences to take on board in your
But particularly at this time of the season?
Well, in particular Leeds, I think they have very clear DNA, you know, how they are, how they behave, the character, that passion and energy that they play with, you know, and they've been doing it for a long, long time. And now with a new manager as well, with some new ideas, some players that they've been injured as well, which they have some issues with. They are back right now, so a very dangerous team that we discussed that openly and very clearly what we're going to expect tomorrow, and we're going to have to be really good to beat them.
You mentioned having now seen him at 100%.
He's very close to that. In the last 10 days, he's really made a big step forward. You can see that he's looser, he's not thinking about it. You can see that he's already creating in training that chaos that he's capable of creating and this unique moment. So he's in a really good place now.
And one final one.
Down to?
First of all, his mentality. I think there's been a shift there. How much he wants it, what he does every single day, and then obviously the maturity, the acknowledgement of what to do in every situation, that his decision making is getting better and better and better. He's deciding football matches more often, and as well because he has really good teammates both at Arsenal and at the national team, and that's a very necessary thing to have, especially when you play in attacking positions.
Arsene Wenger, is that for you?
No question. He had to be there, and I'm so proud of him, so proud to have been part of his career as a player, what he's done for the club, what he's done for football in general. Is someone exceptional that deserves a huge place in the football world.
Do you still speak to him much, or will you look to speak to him over the coming weeks as we go into the running?
Yeah, we are in touch. You know that he's been trying to stay away, and this is the way he is, and we are trying to bring him back closer and closer, and I think we have made some very important steps there, and his influence is going to be there, and sometimes he's present is enough.
And lastly,
Or would you rather they're just focused on what they're doing going into the game?
Our focus is in what we can control ourselves every single day, but obviously we love to watch football games, and for sure there's going to be a part there when, if we can, that we will be watching it like any other manager or team, because we love to watch games, and this is a great game to watch.
So you're not going to try and keep the players from keeping an eye on the City game?
Well, there is still a little bit of gap between the game, but when we get to the game, the focus is in the game and nothing else, and everybody is just switched on what we're going to do.
Charles? The decision that he's weighing up over his international future?
To focus on today and continue to do what he's been doing, because he's been phenomenal. So keep doing what you are doing and don't think about anything else, and the rest of the things would come naturally.
Do you worry that could sort of sway his mind if you're thinking too much? That would affect the work he's doing this season?
I wouldn't personally. I would try to do what he's been doing because he's been working really well for him and for the team. So continue to do the same thing.
Do you know if the club are honouring him tomorrow?
Well, I was pretty young, obviously at a certain stage, especially when he was at the club. But you see painting, you see picture, you have a lot of people that has come across with him. Huge character, very charismatic person. Someone that he was very much loved at the club. So yeah, great that players, clubs are remembering that day and feel like it's something special. Yeah, but I think that's getting better and better, and there are a lot of things that he's doing to try to maintain that consistently. His habits every single day, what he does, how he talks to himself, how he allows people to give him advice in the right moment, how he pushes himself, the people he's got around him. They are all very, very important factors for someone to be that consistent every day.
And just finally, what's on the wing here at club level?
Well, the players that are fit that have to be ready to play at an international level. They had 2 important games. B is becoming more and more important there, and you have to fulfill your role. And your role gets bigger, and you have to be able to fulfill that role, and that's what he did.